Hi everybody, my name is Amit Dwivedi and this is my first video vlog which I'm trying to update. I'm trying to launch on YouTube and this has been for quite some time in my mind to launch a video and share information with people, but unfortunately I haven't had that opportunity to launch and share something with people on a global stage. So today, with the help of this video, I'm going to launch, few wonderful tricks with context to iPhone iOS 14, the newly launched iPhone version. And apart from that, I am also going to showcase in future various other videos, primarily in context to iPhone related stuff, Mac related videos, and once all these things uh, get successful and become quite attractive online, if people like it, definitely I'm going to go ahead and shoot a few more food blogs and share with all of you. So stay tuned, enjoy this video. This is again a video on iPhone iOS 14, and then share all the best possible information. So I'm sure you all have heard in the recent past that iPhone has launched a new version, which is iOS 14, and this is one of those anticipated update which I guess everybody being an iPhone user wanted to have. So I was fortunate enough to upload that video with me. I have that software. Of course, it's a beta version, version 1 and version 2. But then I really liked it, the entire experience on iPhone, even though I do not have a latest iPhone. But then again, even on iPhone SE, it runs smoothly without any lag whatsoever. Yeah, there were certain glitch, such as few of the finance apps were not going great, but then overall it's been a wonderful experience, and of course a great change compared to the previous interface what we have seen from Apple. So without wasting any further time, let's get started. And I'm gonna share with all of you my first video on YouTube, uh, and this is primarily with technology, and I'm gonna talk about iPhone iOS 14. So let's get started. So the phone I have with me is Apple iPhone SE. This is a phone which I bought, I guess, way back in 2017, wherein when I bought this phone, I was pretty much excited with the performance, the shape and the size, photography. But then it was all going great. But then the moment iOS 14 got launched, it literally took me by surprise, and I was quite fascinated to see some of the changes, the way it now appears on the interface, and the way it is being handled by all of us. It's a smooth experience, nothing dramatic, but on a good side touch. So let's get started, and I'm going to share today a few old plus new iPhone iOS 14 and 13 tricks for iPhone SE users, and of course beyond that as well. So this is applicable on iPhone SE, iOS 14 beta version 1 and 2, and beyond all those cell phones which are indeed latest as per Mac. Alright, so my first thing which I'd like to share with all of you is the interface. Now, Apple has completely changed the interface of iOS 14, and I'll show you with this video. So now it looks like this. Initially, if you pay attention, it used to look like this, which was more of a common interface which I believe Apple had kept it for almost all the years. So since the launch of iOS 14, which happened I guess way back in June on 22nd, there were a lot of new changes Apple brought, and I'm going to share a few interesting ones with all of you in case if you wish to install beta version of iOS 14 on respective cell phones. So let's get started. The first thing first, I'm going to talk about a function called PIP, which stands for picture and picture quality. Now this is a very known feature which we all have seen in the television sets way back when we were growing up as a kid, let's say 10 years ago or 12 years ago, but it wasn't seen in a phone. till Apple got this done. So it's a pretty interesting inbuilt app. Apple has got it, and it primarily talks about the picture-in-picture quality, which means if you're playing a video on any of the websites, or let's say in Apple TV, if you have downloaded something and if you're playing that video, you can minimize that by swiping it up. It will keep playing, and at the same time on that particular screen you can also upload or do whatever you want to do, so that your experience doesn't get hampered, or you won't have to close that particular screen and do something else. So let's do it in practical. Okay, so I have Apple TV. If you could see Apple TV logo, I'm going to click on that. This is what I get. So these are some of the videos I have already got inbuilt in my Apple, which kind of looks like this. And I'll show you how it happens, the picture-in-picture quality. So for example, if I am playing a video which is a tennis video,
would you believe it, after a pretty ordinary game by his standards,
the same video can be played in a mini size. For example, when you click this, you get 3 different icons on top. You have to click the center one, which is this icon. So now it becomes PIP, picture in picture. With the help of this activity, what you're able to do is you can see your entire screen. The video is still playing, and you can again get back to full screen if you want by clicking the same button, which is this one. So it's very effective when it comes to user, especially for somebody who does a lot of multitasking with the help of a cell phone. So that's really, really helpful, number one. Number two, I want to talk about a new thing which is known as the app library. Now, most of the Android users have already seen that way back in past, that Android have used in previously, but then we never had this opportunity in Apple iPhones till 22nd of June this year. So what Apple has done is primarily they have picked the apps respected to its content and creation and utility, and they've got this wonderful categorization wherein if it's a social app, then all the apps which contribute to social will pop in social category. Whether if not social, if it's a sports, it will come to sports, or if it's news, it will come to news section. So they've categorized these wonderful things step by step, and trust me, it looks way better compared to what we used to see previously. So let me give you a glimpse how it looks, and then do comment and tell me your views on the same. Well, this is the video which I believe we all will be able to see. It looks absolutely fantastic in terms of interface. So it has indeed categorized all the content which we never used to see on an iPhone before. So it looks premium. First of all, it has all categorization, and apart from that, it is a new feature which unfortunately we haven't seen before on an iPhone. So that's terrific as well. Now the next content which I want to show and talk about with the help of iOS 14 is a content called Smart Tab. Now Smart Tab is a specific content where with the help of one particular tab you can add 4 or 5 content in it. For example, Smart Tab looks like this. So for example, if you have, let's say, the top one, which is a smart tag, you can literally swipe it and add information the way you want. You may see photos, you may have music, you can also download maps and other stuff like Notepad. So again, a very handy feature when it comes to Smart Stack. In one particular file you will be able to download and showcase so many important information as per your liking. So that's again a very nice touch from iOS 14. Now moving to the next category, which has got a lot of attraction from people and people are indeed talking about, is Google Translate. Now, Google Translate app is one of those interesting apps which we have seen, from so many years on desktop and on our laptops. But for the first time ever, with the help of iOS 14, it got launched and now it's inbuilt with iOS 14. So basically what it does, it takes a specific language and translate it as per your choice. For example, if I am using English and I want to say how are you, and let's say in case if I travel to China and I want to use that bit into translation, speak to somebody in the same language, I can say the same thing with the help of this particular app. So this is again a very, very helpful, which I believe a lot of people have already done. And this is the app that we presented to all of you. It looks absolutely smashing. You can download, you can use content and video, and trust me, it is very, very helpful. Google Translate. Okay, now the next big thing on iOS 14. I've jotted down some of the important information for you, so let me just help you understand that. Right, Siri. So Siri, if you remember, with previous iOS 13 and way before iOS, it used to occupy the entire screen. Now, with the help of iOS 14, so-called the public, not the public, I would say beta 1 and beta 2 version, it uses a very little space on the screen, and because of which you're not only going to have the entire screen open in front of you, it also allow you to use information just by having a small icon of Siri, where I can fetch information and do a lot many things. So to showcase the same thing, I have this particular app done ready for you, and let me show you how it happens. So I go to Siri and I press. Siri pops up. Hi Siri, how are you?
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. Bye Siri. So, just like a smart function, what it does is it pops up on your screen with a very minimum space, and it can do all the commands with more accuracy, more speed, and more fascination, I should say. So again, it's a wonderful thing to have compared to what we used to have initially with iOS 13 and of course iOS 12 and prior to that as well. So that's pretty helpful. The next couple of tricks which I wanted to talk to you and let you know, these are not primarily let's say iOS 14 information, but then this is something which is very handy for anybody who uses iPhone and want to have a even further smoother experience while using a cell phone like iPhone. So the first thing first, I want to share with you how to clean your RAM on an iPhone. Now for that, what you have to do, you have to hold the top power button, keep it pressed for some time till you get this option, and once you get this option, apply your fingerprint and just hold it. Just a moment, it should happen. There you go. So basically, if you are experiencing a little lag in your iPhone, which generally never happens, and you want to have a much faster, smooth experience, this is the way to go about it. I'll repeat that again for you. The first thing first, you have to go on the top, press the power button till you get this particular option, and once you get it, just apply your thumb. I think there's something wrong. Hold on. There you go. So this is how we have to clean the iPhone random access memory. It is very, very powerful and pretty useful to clean your iPhone and make it look, as it was when you bought it for the first time. Right, we come up to the last bit, which talks about a very helpful app called Cam Scanner. Now this is extremely important when it comes to confidential matters, or when it comes to scanning an important document at a time when you do not have a photocopy machine or you're not nearby to Xerox machine. So to keep this thing in your hands and do it instantly, for that you have to go to an app called Notes. So this is again not a new option, but not many people know about it, so that should be very helpful. So the first thing first, what you need to do is you have to go to Notes, which is here on my screen, if you can see, and then press it for a few seconds till you get a pop-up. So just a moment. Here is the pop-up. Now in the pop-up you have an option for scan document, which is this. Now with the help of this particular scanner, you can not only scan any of the documents which you need, but you can also submit to banks and respectable organizations wherever they are in need of scanned copy documents. You do not need to go out anywhere in the market and look out for doing a photocopy of XYZ documents. So that's again very, very helpful, and it should help you in the longer run in case if you run out of a photocopy machine or do not have a time to go and fetch the information. Well, that's it from today's video, and I am going to sign up. In case if you have liked this video, if you found this informative, do give me a thumbs up, share your views, comments, recommendations, suggestions, because that's how we become better in real life, and we make better videos. So I look forward to everybody's comment on the same, and I hope this was useful to one and all in the longer run, and of course for the users of your iPhone. Till then, you have a great day, and thank you for watching.